I'm in my GamerPants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of GamerPants. I'm your neighborhood ghost cultist, and I'm joined by.
What's up?
And
Junior, what's up, Junior?
Yeah.
And Junior.
Hello.
God damn it, man.
For the first time ever, Brian is leading the podcast, and he's already talked more than like 5 episodes.
Let's go.
Calm down, you.
Yes. So what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 27 of GamerPants. I was gonna say Mitsuki, but Mitsuki's not here today because I don't know. We kind of just
We got
started without
nothing.
him.
This is a dark moment in GamerPants.
This is probably
history.
going to be
I was trying to quote Transformers.
I was gonna say shortest episode of GamerPants, but we had that gamer short. But I guess that's a gamer short. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep this under 30 minutes. We said yesterday, right, Junior?
We will try.
Big try. Mitsuki's not here, so that's a start, right? Let's go.
And with like that, we've improved the quality.
We've shut off like 45 minutes of talking time, talking about random stuff. But anyways, guys, so we do have, I guess we'll get right into it. We do have a little bit of news, not too much, which is why it's going to be short. We did have a couple things happen, like State of Play and Pokemon specifically made some announcements, but I think we're just kind of gonna focus on the Pokemon things, and then maybe mention a couple things from State of Play that I saw that piqued my interest. So
Yes.
so first things first, guys. Pokemon, I guess it's the Pokemon Company, if you will. It's going to have a Pokemon Presents, right, which is kind of like a Nintendo Direct of
for
sorts.
Pokemon.
Yeah. That's going to happen on February 27th, which is otherwise known as Pokemon Day.
Which is also known as a Monday.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is a Monday. Wow. Let's go. I mean,
Yes.
it's the 27th, right? So it's like, is it always on the 27th, I think? I believe so.
That I don't know.
I believe it is. I would, if anyone would have known, I think it would have been you. But okay. But basically, so Monday, which is going to be probably when you guys are hearing this, so by the time you guys hear this will have already happened. They're going to have a Pokemon Direct, which is essentially I guess give me a second.
If we really
I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a fucking ice cream truck outside, and it's fucking loud.
No.
I can hear it through my headphones.
The fuck?
Well, anyways, like I was saying before, I was really interrupted by a ice cream truck.
Yes.
The Pokemon Presents essentially is going to have, based off of what their official Twitter announcement said, about 20 minutes of exciting Pokemon news. Now, what that news is beyond me, but
20 minutes.
it's exciting.
It's a memorial for Ash. They've killed him off.
Right. And of course, with like every time that they mention something, people start speculating. You get the leakers or fake leakers throwing out shit. Some people are talking about a Pokemon dungeon thing, and other people are saying it's gonna be like an update to Scarlet and Violet, etc., etc., etc.
I mean, it would be a good time to announce the DLC because I know it's coming.
Yeah. So like, I wonder if they're like going to also. So I was reading on, I think it was Reddit or just some random post. Some people were saying, what if, because you know how Nintendo released their the Game Boy Advance things with all the games, the Game Boy games and Game Boy things on the Nintendo Switch Online. They were like, what if they just saved the announcement that they're gonna add like Yellow or something, like one of the OGs to the Nintendo Switch Online. But I really doubt that. But yeah, it's supposed to be at
7 in the morning.
7 in the morning, so 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Pacific. Yes.
I don't know. I always thought it was 7. They released it at our time. Or am I just crazy?
Well, Central. But yeah, so makes sense. 2 hours that way.
Yes.
1 hour that way. Yes. But anyways, yeah, that's about all I have for that Pokemon Presents. Do you guys have anything to say about that? Anything you're excited for? Any speculations or anything, etc., etc.?
Okay, well, for the most part, I think it's mostly just going to be updates on like all the games that are currently out right now, like Unite, Go, obviously Scarlet and Violet. We're holding out hope for the DLC to finally be announced because, as Junior said, we already know it's going to happen. Just might as well. There was this speculation on the whole Pokemon Sleep. Finally, like we're gonna get some more news on it, hopefully. But I'm not holding out hope for it. Like I barely
Wait,
know what it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
why did you say Pokemon Sleep?
yes, Pokemon Sleep. Apparently they, I don't know, transforming sleep into entertainment. What the hell? It literally says here that it
It
will monitor
it's
users'
it's a
sleep
sleep
Brian,
patterns.
patterns. Yeah, it's a
Brian,
sleep pattern app.
put
Whatever.
that away. Adrian, put a timestamp. Cut this out. Cut this out.
Oh god,
Cut this out. We're not putting this in the episode.
No, they did mention this. I remember they mentioned that like a couple years ago. I'd say like
2 to 3.
shit, 2 to 3 years ago. Yeah, like probably pre-pandemic, if anything, right?
Oh yeah, it
Dad
was
mentioned something.
pre-pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I don't know. But
Honestly, I'm like, I don't have hopes for it at all.
yeah,
I
it was
don't care.
I
I
think it was like
forgot
the
that was a
Magikarp.
thing.
Yeah, I think it was the Magikarp Jump people, which I don't know if you guys remember. Magikarp Jump is probably one of my favorite games. It's better than that Cafe remix, in my opinion. But yeah,
It needed more
uh,
content. Even though I got
maybe,
so close to the end of Magikarp Jump.
maybe, but I mean, it was fun while it lasted.
I mean, personally, I'm hoping they do a new mobile game.
You
They
think
could
so?
do that.
I don't know. Maybe, but what would it be? You know, I don't know if they would go fully mobile or like a mainline one. Obviously not,
No, I don't
but
want fully
like
mobile, but like mainline mobile game. But I'm like
just
something
anything like
like
another
nothing's news
spin-off.
happened besides Pokemon Unite and the TCG live game. But I haven't heard it. Nothing news happened to that.
I mean, with TCG Live was fairly recent, wasn't it? You think they'll
But
double
they
dip
didn't
into,
like give information about it. It was just, oh hey, we have this and boop there
because it
release.
really wasn't necessarily anything new per se. It was kind of just moving over to a
Oh yeah,
different
I just
service.
realized something. They haven't released their new. Aren't they? They could probably release information on the trading card game.
The new one, maybe,
Yeah, because we should be in a new expansion.
Well, I
possibly.
mean, I feel
It's
like it
20
makes sense
minutes.
for the TCG to not like receive news. It's mostly just like a rework of the old UI and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, like the only reason we know about it is because I just randomly discovered it in my Google Play Store.
Oh, I knew
I have,
about the live thing. Yeah,
Oh,
I briefly mentioned it in one of the things.
that is.
you did.
See, look,
Yes,
I've been saying this for quite some time now, and you guys already
you
know
don't
my
pay
memory
attention.
is just really bad, and
Yes,
I don't pay attention. Yeah.
but I guess moving on from the Pokemon Presents, uh, another Pokemon thing. I guess Junior, do you want to really briefly talk about this one?
Pikachu will never die.
Pikachu will
Pik-
never die. That is pretty accurate. Yes.
I will be dead before Pikachu dies,
Yeah.
and by then, the entirety of humanity is already dead. So, who really wanted the end? They're bringing back Pikachu for the new anime. Oh
Yeah.
god.
So to expand on that, freaking through their official Pokemon channel on Twitter, um they released or they posted up, right? They're like, let me read that off directly off of Twitter. It says, we're giving you a first look into two new characters in the upcoming all new Pokemon animated series, including or introducing Freddy or Friday. I don't know. Friede. Friday. I don't know.
What
I
the
think it
fuck?
is just fried. Like the
Oh,
last D is
Fried.
silent.
Fried,
Yes.
I
Fried or
guess.
frayed?
I need to see this.
Friday.
It's weird.
I'm
I
looking
will
up
Free
pull
day.
up
Captain
Google
Pikachu.
right now.
It's free day. It's Friday.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Professor Freed.
Yeah, so that's and he has a partner Pokemon, and if you're wondering who that's gonna be, well, just
It's Captain Pikachu.
it's Pikachu basically, but specifically Captain Pikachu. He has a little captain's
Why?
hat.
Because it has a hat.
Yes, and
That's it.
basically, so apparently there's gonna be, I'm assuming, new Pokemon for what is it, Roy and what's the other girl? Liko, right? Liko Noi? Yeah, Liko.
I think so.
So I know we talked about it before. We're wondering like what Pokemon will they have as far as like their partner Pokemon, because there's obviously 3 starters, right? And they can't really pick between the 2 or the 3, right? 2 out of 3. And when I first heard that they introduced like a new character that's going to be like a professor kind of thing, I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to have the 3rd one. But I guess they did the 3rd one dirty, and it's going to be Captain Pikachu, because obviously they can't get rid of Pikachu. Like I stated when we talked about the whole thing about where are they going to replace Pikachu? Like Pikachu is no longer going to be the main one. So I guess they just had to throw him in there somehow. Sorry. How much are we going to see him? That's yet to be seen, obviously. But I'm hoping, and this is just me because I'm not too big a fan of Pikachu. Sorry, Junior.
I mean,
I could care less about Pikachu, to be honest with you. Like, I think Pokemon could do with a fresh face that's not Pikachu, because you got a lot of great other ones that kind of always been in Pikachu's shadow. But if, from the way I see it, at least, those have always been better.
I mean,
Like
the
I know,
thing
see,
is that nowadays they usually have like it's either very obvious like cute Pokemon or it's a legendary.
yeah. Well,
Like
what's funny though, like, because now that you mention it, I usually see like if it's like merchandise like toys or plushies or things like that, like the usual ones you see, and it's always like freaking Gen 1s, like, or the majority of them Gen 1s, if not the legendaries from like the most recent ones. You usually see obviously Pikachu, you see Gengar quite often, Snorlax, Chansey, maybe Jigglypuff, because I think Pikachu and Jigglypuff are probably like one of the bigger faces of them.
of Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But even,
Meowth.
yeah, and Meowth, yeah. But even then, like, I think you see Meowth less in toys that I think about it, because I have to shop for a lot of toys, and I hardly see Meowth in like plushies. Like, yeah, there's some people, but not everybody
Like
has
it's
him.
always the starters, the legendaries, Pikachu,
Mhm.
Eevee. I think Eevee's was more of a
Oh yeah, Eevee, yeah, Eevee and Pikachu, I guess, would be the main 2, and then
yeah.
Jigglypuff after that, probably. But yeah, you see a lot of Gengars, which I'm sad about because I like Gengar, but so mainstream. Ugh, gross. But yeah, I'm hoping they don't really just kind of smother us with Pikachu and have him show up so much, because like how often does like the professor's partner show up in the series, like in the other series, basically?
They were
Like, and
they would be there next to them. Like they would have
yeah,
like
but
background detail of the Pokemon playing, and they would be there.
yeah, but
So
it's kind of like in passing, right? And they don't show up like in every single freaking show or episode, right?
maybe like a couple of episodes the
Yeah, I'd
professors
say like
mentioned or shown,
40% maybe at most. So I'm hoping we don't
depends on the
see him
arc.
as, yeah, I know. Hopefully we don't see him as much, because screw Pikachu. I'm just gonna say it.
I also want to point out he doesn't look like any of the professors of the game.
Yeah, he looks like more like he reminds me more of Go. Like he's just gonna follow the 2 around.
Maybe like
Like
his
it's gonna be like
teacher.
a Brock. It's gonna be like a Brock.
Oh God.
Because like it's
I mean, here's the thing. I'm assuming what we know about Scarlet Valley, the professor role in and of itself could be like a teacher.
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, but
No, but like you know what I'm referring to, because like
yeah,
they changed how the champion title works. They made it a class of trainer. They could do that with the professor here.
I guess so.
So you could have technically. So like this is a professor that teaches a class, and that's the students. That's who we are in. The
Yeah.
two new protagonists.
You know who he does look like though? He looks like what was the guy's name though with the herbs? I forgot his name. Arwen or whatever.
Yeah, Arwen.
He kind of looks like him. Like the jacket reminds me of him. I don't know, because it's like yellow or whatever.
Arvin. There we go.
Yeah, Arwen. There you go. But yeah, they're probably gonna have like him follow them around, and Pikachu's just gonna be like the referee for every thing. I just picture him because they show him with his arms crossed, and like I don't. They showed Cerebi put out a thing also with the artwork, right? And like he looks like mad and just sort of like shouting orders, because like it just looks like and then
It has
Captain Pikachu,
character.
you know,
Hmm.
yeah. But anyways, do you guys have anything else to add to that? Or anything else that you guys like to talk about before I cover one thing?
It says that the anime will premiere on April 14th. I mentioned this already, but will air on Fridays at 6:55 p.m. It does not. Okay, I just read up top. It says Vice President of Marketing for the Pokemon Company International.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to butcher her name today. Also
Okay.
stated on Friday that Pikachu will continue to have a significant presence in the animated series and remain an icon for the brand.
No, I don't wanna. Stop it. Tell him no.
It's too late, accept it.
No. So, I guess moving on from Pokemon, yes, or I guess yeah, Pokemon. I just have one announcement, and that was basically Sony's State of Play. Uh,
Oh yeah, Sony just
eclipsed by Pokemon. Yeah, it's weird, and it
Yes.
hasn't even the Pokemon one hasn't even happened. But apparently, Sony had their State of Play this past Thursday. And
that
they
was their mistake. It was Thursday.
it was Thursday. Whatever.
They should do them on
Um,
Wednesday and Tuesdays.
Thursday, yeah. Why? Because people are watching League of Legends on Thursdays.
No, I was referring to more like the
No.
fact that like by the end of the week, you're like, all right, we got plans to do this, this, this on the weekend. We're excited to do that. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, everyone's like dead.
Yeah.
So they need
Um,
something to wake them up.
yeah. So they did have like several announcements, and a lot of the like there wasn't any like first party titles or anything like that. But there were some pretty big things. I know, like I think Capcom had some stuff. I'm just gonna like briefly run down the list of
They
what
gave
the
information about the Street Fighter game, right?
yeah. I'm just gonna like briefly run down like the list of like announced things and stuff like that. So we saw I mean, they're not all announcements, but essentially, like I'm just gonna say what was mentioned because some of them were just kind of like gameplay trailers or reveal trailers, things like that. But we saw this game called Goodbye Volcano High. We saw Destiny 2 Lightfall, the launch trailer. They showed
Yeah.
us the Foglands. It was an announcement trailer.
Hmm.
I don't know how to say this. It's like Chia, like TCHIA. That one looked kind of cool. It's like looked like some really cool like exploration and things like that. With, like tiny little puzzles. Did I mention humanity? I think I mentioned
Yeah.
humanity, but yeah,
Tachia.
T'Challa, maybe. Oh yeah, T'Challa. Yeah, there you go. Maybe, but there's no apostrophe. But I could be wrong. We saw Naruto Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. That's always exciting because Naruto. Yay! We saw a trailer for Baldur's Gate 3. Nothing cool. It's coming to PlayStation August 5th. Or August 5th, August 31st. I'm going to leave that one for last because I wanted to touch on that very tiny. We saw Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Or no. Well, they showed us like Zangief and Cammy and I forgot who else. Lily.
Yes.
Yeah. We saw some RE4. Another trailer for that. And then we saw Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League as well. I think that one's out, if I'm not mistaken, May 26th. The last one I wanted to leave too is because this is like the one that interested me the most because this is the first time hearing about it. I don't know if it's uh, like I guess it's based on their YouTube thing. This one's called a official gameplay reveal. So I guess it's the first time I'm seeing it. So this is a game called Wayfinder, right? It interested me because when I first saw it, it looked very much give me like Dauntless or Monster Hunter vibes. And I mean, like I watched the trailer without any sound or anything like that. I didn't read it. Like, I kind of just saw it like playing. But when you listen to it, they say that it is like there's like a hub. You fight things. Kind of. It looks very much like Dauntless. Uh, like in everything. Like I'll put it up here for you for the guys here so they can see while I'm
I just
talking
typed it
about it.
in Google.
No, you did. Oh, well, too bad
Yes.
because I'm going to share it anyways.
Oh,
But
oh
essentially,
no.
yeah, it's like a cool gameplay. They showed like I don't know, like three. I forgot what they're called, but three characters essentially that you play.
Classes.
I guess so. Yeah, classes. And then they're like, oh, and there's also like a social hub that you can go and you can make weapons out of parts that you collect. So I'm like, okay, like monster parts and stuff. But then he also said, I'm if I heard correctly, if I remember correctly, I don't have the audio on right now when I'm watching it for these guys, but it sounded like you can unlock other characters. It's weird, but I could be wrong.
I mean, and if you're gonna have an MMO that's just 3 classes, there has to be either some hybridization or there's
Yeah,
more
look,
unlockables, because otherwise
right
this is gonna
here.
be bad.
It says right there, you'll turn your loot into new weapons and wayfinders, and the wayfinders are like the characters, I guess. And then there's like these things called what is it called? Like lost
God's
zones or something.
protection.
Lost zones. Yeah, imagine it was a
I
god.
can see it.
Imagine a Monster Hunter gotcha, like like Genshin or
Tower Fantasy.
Tower Fantasy. That would be kind of interesting, but also kind
I
of
mean, if you
like
can make the
scary.
weapons, fine. Fine. I don't give
Yeah,
enough.
well, they say that you can make weapons, so instead of tower, like how tower you have to like gotcha roll the
Mhm,
weapons because the weapons are tied to the people,
mhm.
kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. It basically looked very much Monster Hunter-ish. There's parts where you can like go into. There's like dungeons called lost zones. They showed that you can like kind of. They said mutate and what is it called? Modify and mutate these lost zones, which I don't know what that means, but I guess you can do like I don't know, like wild type where
It's
there's like
just make it difficult.
hard or change the things. I don't know if it
You get
requires
more
like
rewards. I'm seeing it.
yeah, but basically you fight like huge bosses, and you get parts. I'm assuming, and that you use that for a thing, which is why I was like, okay, like it sounds Monster Hunter-ish, but like not. And also the whole there is like a social hub. It just reminded me of like Dauntless and things like that.
Is
So
it
yeah.
free?
I don't know if it's free, but there is a beta and it's for PlayStation right now. I don't
Only
know
for
if it's gonna
PlayStation?
come out for everything, but I know PlayStation and PS4, they said that is the there's a is it an open beta? I didn't check if it was an open beta, but there is a beta on the 28th, which would be
Here it is. The platforms:
Tuesday.
PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Series X and Series S, and Microsoft Windows.
Okay. But I know the beta was for PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me just replay that and see what it said there. I do believe
Yep.
it says bring the beta
Exclusively
explicitly to PlayStation. Yeah. So yeah,
Very unfortunate.
yes, very much so. But I mean, I could play it, but I'd have to go use the PlayStation, and Tris is playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I would rather not. And I'm so busy doing something, which I mean, we could move on to what we've been doing because that's all the news that I have for you guys. Yeah,
Yes.
Can I quickly say something though?
sure.
Is it gonna be
I
quick?
was Yeah, it's gonna be quick.
It's
Okay,
quicker if
deal
you
with
shut
it.
up.
Yeah. So I was honestly waiting for Mitsuki to be here so he could joke about me being a furry for liking Goodbye Volcano High.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If you want, I
Look,
could do it
it's
for you, but it's not gonna be as
it's
funny.
not the same without Mitsuki though.
Well, don't
What's the
worry.
game
We'll
called? I
we'll
need
make
some.
sure.
Hold
We
on.
let
What's the game
Mitsuki
called?
know. Goodbye, Volcano High.
Okay, thank you. It
Yes.
Like I said, it just doesn't feel the same without him. Like,
Yeah, it's like a rhythm thingy magic.
Oh God, it's
yeah, like
worse
as
than I
much as I
imagined.
hate
Never mind.
him, like it just doesn't
I'm
feel the
not
same.
going into that.
Judy's
I
like,
saw.
nope.
I saw
What?
I typed in Goodbye Volcano High. I saw the images that's put on Google, and I'm like, no, nope.
Look, I'm
I'm
just a
not
sucker
in
for
the mood.
visual novels, okay?
That's
It
what they
works.
always say.
Oh, shut up, you.
Anyways, moving on. I think that's all we have for news. I mean, if you call that news.
Yes. Welcome to GamerPants.
Ooh, actually,
We don't
one
have
more thing I want
news.
to mention.
We just have pants.
Oh,
Shut up! It's
what?
something very quick, please.
All right, go.
They're
And then that'll
finally
be the
gonna.
last one, so we can get through
Yes,
this.
last one. They're adding Doom to mobile. There, happy?
Nobody cares.
Yes.
I do.
It's been
Cool.
everywhere. Nobody cares. Doom's on everything.
Ryan, Doom is smaller than what was the meme I saw? You could put Doom as the name
Pregnancy test.
at this point, yeah. Fair enough.
Yes.
All right.
But anyways, so what have you guys been doing? Because that's all the news we got. Moving on from news to whatever the heck we said we are gonna call this section.
We're gonna call it
Yeah.
GamerPants Shorts.
Oh, the pocket, right?
Yes.
I think
All right,
so.
Adrian, that's our motto. Our motto is we pull into our pockets and talk about
Yes.
whatever comes out.
All right. So what have you guys been doing? Because I know Cultist has been in and out of the Discord, playing some League, and Juniors was MIA like half the freaking week,
Half the
and
freaking
it's
week, it was basically till Friday.
yeah, basically. And I'll speak for Mitsuki. Mitsuki has been playing more Wild Hearts. He said it's gotten a little better, and he's been playing League, ARAMs, and that's about it.
And
And yeah,
the hypocritical bastard said, "Junior, why are you playing League? You're only prolonging your suffering." The bastard's been playing ARAMs. I know he
he
has.
was in an ARAM game when he said that. I don't get it.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm still fucking around with mods. I'm very. Is it wrong for me to say I'm very disappointed in the content of killer skins if I'm not making any?
Nope.
Okay,
I
there
mean,
needs to
yes,
be
it is
more
wrong. You
skins.
should make yourself one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good right on it, sir.
Look, I'm not saying that seeing the Hercature Sentience Darius made me think I could probably do something with Mord.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how to do it.
Just give more to Snow Shovel and have him shovel some snow.
Um, I I don't know how that would relate to the attacks, but okay,
I
that's an
don't know.
idea.
uh, anyways, Cultist, what have you done?
Essentially a League, and I finally got back into Pokemon Masters EX, all
Mhm.
for a Signa suit that I simp for, of course.
It's Lysander.
Yes, it's Lysander with Volcanion as his buddy.
Ah, I see.
Nice.
So I see
I
both
already.
Canyons on your list as well, I assume.
No, but his voice from the movie though. God damn it. Anyways, that's it.
That's all. Okay, so me
Yeah.
basically, you guys know what I've been playing. I'm playing more Glory
This
of
man needs to
Victus.
stop doing cocaine.
It's
Adrian,
addicting. Dude,
you
I
just
will
let it
say
fall. Just
I
let
am
the.
going to add. I am going to add that we're because there's like different servers, right? Like not too many. There's like I don't know, like 12 or something, right? But for the US ones, they're all called Homebridge, and they're all listed as Homebridge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I think there's only 6. But we're on Homebridge 2, and for some reason yesterday there was like a max exodus. Everyone was like, "Oh, nobody coordinates. Like we're just gonna go move over." So like one of the biggest guilds that was on our server for our faction, at least the Midland, the Red faction, moved over to Homebridge. I think it's just called Homebridge. It's not even Homebridge 1. It's just Homebridge 1, right? They moved over there, which is fine because they were kind of like greedy fucks. Like they were like the biggest guild, but like it's like just a big Zerg, and like they don't upkeep anything. They don't uh boost the locations or anything like that. So they just basically cap everything, but they wouldn't boost anything. And I'm like, dude, like they left everyone else to do like the work, right? Which kind of sucks. And then they were
Sounds
kind of like
terrible.
real rude because like sometimes if you join like there's like some like instances you can join, and like they would start stuff like as a group, but like if you join, because anybody can join, right, from the faction. So I this one time I joined, and they started throwing rocks at me. Like I'm like, okay, dude, like too bad your fifth man was too slow. Like I joined first, fuck him. Right? You coordinate better or some shit, right? And yeah, and then they would like they would piss like on like a lot of people. They would just like talk shit. It's like, oh, you guys suck. Like, dude, first of all, nobody's in your fucking Discord because you suck. And there was a couple of them that were kind of okay, like some of them that were nicer than them, but a lot of like the top guys, they were real cocky and like real shitty and real ugly with everybody else. So I'm kind of glad they're gone because that like opened it up for a lot of other guilds to step up.
Especially your own.
Yeah, and like our guild has 6 or 7 people in it right now, so we're like technically a really small guild, but like to put in perspective to you guys, like small guilds have like potential to be high. Like I think we're like 20th on in the server right now, or probably even higher now. But and that's because some of the people that are some stragglers from the higher guilds that left, they're still there. So like they kind of still keep the guild because they didn't necessarily move over how they're supposed to. Like they didn't technically move the whole guild over. They kind of just said we're moving, and they're going to recreate the guild over there. Um, but sorry, but so they're still showing up in our charts. But we're still high. And then another one came, and then for some reason they felt the need to like start calling out in our announcement chat, basically like the what would be like the world chat for our faction chat, I guess. Be like, oh, this server's dead. They started like saying, oh, this server's dead. Like our faction's dead here. You know, everyone's moving to that. I'm like, when me and Billy, because Billy and I were like the ones basically carrying the guild. We're like, no, like it's not true. Like, and if you want to leave, but don't like put everyone else morale down here in the server. Like you're killing the server for coming over here and trying to like recruit people to change servers, right? By causing hysteria and stuff like that. And then some other guild left, and which is kind of sad because they were also a small guild. They had 5 people, but they were all like um what's it called? Cavaliers.
Dedicated?
Yeah, they were Cavaliers, right? And I would hang with them a lot, and we had an alliance with them because I do Cavalier.
Yes.
But a lot of them were Archer. They had like there was 3 Cavalier Archers and then 1 Footman, and then their leader Manix was a melee Cavalier like me. So I would stick with them, but they left, and I'm kind of like sad, and because I was like, dude, they were like probably the one person I was closest with outside of the guild. And I was like, oh well, right, whatever. But a lot of us guilds are stepping up. We had a couple small skirmishes up north. But I think also the other factions actually kind of left also because today we're fighting, and there was fighting, but there were way smaller skirmishes. It wasn't like 50 people versus 50. It was like more like 15 versus 15, but it was still fun, and I think it was even better this way because that way we can like route enemies and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool, kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And we're just working on building back the server and stuff because a lot of them kept saying, oh, there's too many crafters on this server. I'm like, oh, too bad, bro. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, some of them are scared because a lot of the higher guilds would be like, if you don't know how to PvP, get out of here. That's how they were, like legit. And, so they just got to build that confidence back up.
Why is there a problem with crafters?
I don't know. But it's just that, like, if too many people are crafting and not actually helping in a PvP, that's what their issue was. Like, oh, too many people are crafting and nobody's helping, and which means we lose. But a lot of the times, the reason we lost a lot of our keeps was because nobody was upgrading them for shit. Which like it was the biggest guild was called Redskins, like, and they just which by the way is stupid ass name, but they
Do you
they
want to
weren't.
tell them the name of your guild?
Ours is GamerPants, obviously. So if you guys are interested in playing Gloria Victis, if you're listening to this, join GamerPants Guild on Home Rage 2 on Gloria Victis. Woo! Recruiting.
Yes, you can hang out with the. Well, I'm not on there. You can
We
hang
are
out
keepers of Blackrock. Blackrock is a keep. It's kind of like our first bastion to the north. And I
been
really like that
defending it
area,
for,
but
like,
it's really good, and we've had it for like almost a whole week, right? We lost it once, but we got it back. But see, the reason we've been able to hold it so easily, like it's kind of easy to defend, is that we bumped up the walls to like the highest, like, or not even highest. It's like tier 5 walls out of 6, I think. I could be wrong. It's like the second highest here. We bumped up the gates all the way; they're all maxed. We bumped up the guardhouses. We feed them. We get the morale up and stuff like that. So we basically upkeep the keep, right? And it's
so
so
you
easy to
actually
like,
play the game.
yeah. And like people like stopped coming to attack it. Like they'll attack it. Like they come like twice, I think, to attack it. But like once they get there, like if they break the outer wall, like if they reach the outer wall, there's still like 2 corridors to go, and it just gets harder from there on. Like it's just they're like, oh, the outside. I think we got breached once. It's like, and it was a big party. And it was like I think 5 of us versus like 20 of them, or probably even more. And then we were just holding for so long. I think me and this other guy, Aaron, held for I think like about an hour, almost like 45 minutes, right? Then Billy got on, and Billy came over, and then they were fighting at some other castle south, but they lost that, and they all came to help us over here. So we held them off. Like it was like me and 2 other people. I think it was me and Aaron for like forever, for like 20 minutes, and then some other guy came and started helping. So it was like 3 of us, and then Billy came, it was like 5. uh and I think like 2 other people. So like at total it was like 7 versus, I don't know, probably like 20, 30 people, right? And we held it. We defended it pretty much. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of like whittling them down, just defending forever. And then they finally reached the first walls. they couldn't handle the NPCs inside with us as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's only like 5 of us or whatever for like the longest time. But if you manage the NPCs, because they will respawn after a set amount of time, you can kind of like open the gates and kind of let them out really, and then like close them and like trap them between your 2 gates essentially, and just flood them with the NPCs. And they're busy blocking the NPCs, and they can't block from all directions at the same time. So you get a nice push from there. And then you have like some horseback people, basically taking back your outer points, so they can't respawn there and set stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. We defended her. They did breach the first gate, but they did not get through this. They didn't even scratch the second gate. They couldn't get past the guards and us, basically. And it was just a small group. And then they just gave up. They just like, whatever, fuck it. Like after like an hour and a half, they gave up. I was like, bro. And then yesterday they were fighting in the field. Basically, they were trying to comfort her, but they didn't reach the gate. Like I think they tried battering the first gate, like with 1 battering ram, but they probably did like 15% of her health, and it was nothing. It wasn't even like fully upgrade at that point. But we're just too good.
Yes.
We had yesterday. We had a lot of people there. We probably had like 15, 20 people just out there, and we were also against like maybe 30 or so people. But that's around the time that people were like leaving and complaining and stuff because there wasn't enough. Or like, I'm like, dude, we have like 15 people and we're holding them back. Like, yes, it's annoying that they keep taking our like outer, like our farms, our lumber mills, but we get those back. That's nothing, right? As long as they don't come for the keep, that's fine. But we pushed them back. They didn't even get that close. We're just like, whatever. And I know this one time when I was AFK, they came for her. The guards did the thing. They did the work. It held by herself. So in our guild, I actually put in our guild description like we are the defenders of Blackrock, because we are, and people know that already. Like sometimes whenever the other forward bases are coming down, people call like they're like, "Hey, GamerPants, like is y'all on help with this?" I'm like, "Okay, we'll go." Boop boop. Because sometimes I don't pay attention to like what's getting hit or anything, and I'll be crafting, watching something at the end. So yeah, basically you gotta call people out sometimes. So yeah, and I've been helping other guilds. I just want you to make an alliance with a new one because the only one that I had an alliance with left. And I've been trying to all day today, but no success. Trying to recruit some other people too, because like the more cohesive of a unit you have, the better. So yep, that is all I had to say. That's a lot more than I had to say. I only wanted to talk for like 2 minutes, but I talked for 10.
Yes, we're at 39 minutes. We are 10 minutes over the.
We failed the 30-minute challenge. Fuck.
No,
Okay.
we failed the 30-minute challenge.
That's what I said. We failed the 30-minute challenge.
I heard 39.
No. Well, we can still do the 40-minute challenge. That's all I got for you guys today, right?
Yes.
Junior Cultist. Yeah, okay. So then I think thank you guys for joining us for another really quick episode of GamerPants. My name's Zeno, and I wish you guys the best of luck in whatever game you're playing. And we'll see you guys next week. Boom. Right? Junior, do the thing. Wait, do the thing.
Do the roar. You
Do the
may
roar.
now take off your gamer pants.
Yes. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.